Were some women out there on a horse in the snow, in the rain, going in there challenging, being all masculine and shit? What's up? Female samurai, get down. Meet me outside back. Let's have a sword fight. Sure. I'm pretty sure somewhere in history there were one of those type of women. Was it the majority? Far from it. It's the exact same thing when I say with the female Silver Surfer and Silver Surfer. There was a female Silver Surfer in 4 comics. So let's put a female Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four. We gonna argue about something else. The Ghost of Tsushima 2 video game that's coming out. It's called Ghosts of Yotei. Let's take a look at this trailer.
But you are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
Ghosts of Yotei. We saw the game trailer just now, and yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this bad boy. I would say that I'm actually caught wind of this because of Marvin X Files YouTube channel. Those of you guys who don't know who Marvin X Files is, he's the hammer, bro. His channel is here.
The Big Stepper.
Check it out. Little videos. That's the homie right here. He had one called Welcome Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima sequel being, people are coming at it. I looked on Twitter and I saw people are upset that they're feminizing the lead character to the sequel of a very popular game that was a samurai. And traditionally, most samurais are male. And
Correct.
people think that, oh, there's a freaking female here in Japan hundreds and hundreds of years ago being a samurai, and they're like, okay, we're not buying it. We understand that this is Sony being their fake woke selves. They're trying to, the agenda of replacing male characters with female counterparts. Sony's not even the one that coined it. Sony's copying Disney because Disney has done it. Look at the MCU. They've successfully replaced every male superhero with a female counterpart. And that's what they're doing here. That's what I do agree with. Now, are there female samurai? Well, Onamusha is a term referring to female warriors in pre-modern Japan. They were members of the Bushi warrior class. They were trained in the use of weapons. to protect their household, family, and honor in times of war. Many of them fought in battle alongside samurai men. Onamushu have an important presence in Japanese literature, and we can see, look, there's a female right here to the right. That's artwork of Tomogozin, a female samurai-looking warrior on a horse. Now, because this exists, does that mean that there is not an agenda? No, that doesn't mean that. Because just because something existed doesn't mean it should replace the actual main faction of what it is. Samurai are usually male warriors, honoring brave, going out there in the snow alone, fighting alone, moving alone. Do I think that there were a lot of women out there leaving their families and going alone to be a samurai? I don't really think so. I think that they were riding with other people doing their thing, going to war, protecting. Sure. Were some women out there on a horse in the snow, in the rain, going in there challenging, being all masculine and shit, like, what's up? Female samurai, get down. Meet me outside back. Let's have a sword fight. Sure. I'm pretty sure somewhere in history there were one of those type of women. Was it the majority? Far from it. It's the exact same thing when I say with the female Silver Surfer and Silver Surfer. There was a female Silver Surfer in 4 comics. So, let's put a female Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four. Freak that. No. Silver Surfer's a man. Norrin Rad. That's who the Silver Surfer is. Same thing with Samurai. Samurai is known to be fierce male warriors. That's what they are, mostly. So to deviate onto the little part of where, oh, some females were there, let's make a whole game about it. I don't buy that. I understand what they're doing. They're doing what Disney does, what a lot of other people do. You're swapping out male leads with female counterparts. I looked at the not Vox Machina, but the, what is that coming out on Netflix, the animated series, Arcane.
Yes.
They lesbian the hell up out of that girl, bro. She don't even look, there's nothing sexy about her, nothing attractive about her. They made her into a butch. They made her look masculine. They put her in the main role, and they took everything that was feminine about her out so that the viewer could not be attracted to her. They want to attract other women to be attracted to her, effectively replacing the male. That's what they want to do. You want to replace the males in your IP. That's the agenda that I'm talking about, and Sony is definitely guilty of that. That's what this is. Just because a female warrior existed back then, should you make the game based off it and say this was a... I don't think so, especially when Ghosts of Tsushima is what made this franchise pop. It was Ghosts of Tsushima that made the IP stand out and give it money and clout and a fandom. So to turn around and then say, well, we're going to go ahead and put a woman in there, it's kind of like, it's kind of sleazy in my opinion. It's like, oh, there you all go again. Why can't we just have a samurai guy and just keep moving forward? Y'all got to switch things up. Because that's what they do. That's my take on the situation. And yes, Sony be throwing agendas, just like a lot of people in Hollywood throw agendas. Am I wrong, Job Bap, or how you feel about it? What's your take, dog?
I was actually, I don't play this game. I was going to pop out till you let him out. Okay, you let him in. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
The wolves in.
Miles going taxi.
The wolves. Y'all the wolves? Y'all the wolves?
Wolves in.
All right, come on. First wolf. Who want to go?
So, I don't think I don't have a problem with it. First of all, she's not a samurai. It shows in the game she's clearly hunting someone. She's more of a bounty hunter. And she's a price on her head, One Piece type.
She's a bounty hunter?
She's some type of hunter. She's like similar to a Ronin, but she's not a Ronin.
No,
she may not be a Ronin. Did they confirm
She's
she's a Ronin?
She's a Ronin.
Did they confirm she's a Ronin?
She's
Not
a
right.
Ronin. Yes, she's
Masterless samurai.
It's almost worse. So you're out here capturing men
Possibly.
and
Anybody who deserves
throwing
it.
these men on your horse and taking them back to the sheriff.
I mean,
and shit.
technically, the first guy was a Ronin too.
How you going?
So, yeah,
how's she gonna pick up a man and put him on a horse? Nah, I get it.
So in the first
No,
game,
talk on your shit, Joe.
in the first game there was a so the first game is male centered. But there's a woman that's the secondary character in that story, and you get to play as her for parts of the game.
Is that the
I don't have a
woman?
problem.
No, that's not the woman in the beginning.
No.
She has a
she's in the
boat.
beginning. The one that
Yeah, that
in the
was her.
beginning,
Yeah, I
as a
remember her.
owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it. It seems like they at least in the first game they wrote the female character well. And it wasn't like overly, is what you would say. What is that, feminazi?
Yeah.
So
feminazi.
I didn't think it was anything outrageous. But in terms of like the masculine energy taken away from this role that we had in the last game, I feel like a lot of what samurai really were. I don't look at samurai as what the media portrays them out to be. The samurai were like the people who over here, those folks that owned slaves back in the day, the rich upper class that really didn't care about anybody under them. There was full armies of them going out. There wasn't just one man going out into the mountains training. It wasn't like they overly glorified it, and that's not what they were. So I don't have a problem with any of this, to be honest. And I think the first game was amazing. So I don't.
All right, cool. You don't have a problem with it. Do you recognize it as it being an agenda though?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, there is because
Cool.
has to be.
Absolutely. I agree. All right, so Miles sees the agenda. Doesn't matter. Freak it. The video game looked fire. Qui-Gon, what do you think?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, we talking about the video game? Oh, that graphics was trash, man. You saw that dog? That was whack.
Yeah, that wolf didn't look that great to me. I was gonna say to myself, "Dang, when you get that $700 PlayStation, will the graphics look better? Probably not, huh?
We have to wait until the final product is done.
No. I'm not trying to hear that because for that. Help me out, Jody. What's that that you love, my nigga? I don't love it like that.
Xbox?
Love. The new game that they just came out with the trailer.
They coming out with
niggas was trashing it. Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
Indiana Jones trailer, right?
Graphics were ass.
Yo. We was like, nah, it's not done game. So I ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, people was
I ain't
just
trying to hear that.
graphics off trailers.
I ain't trying to hear that.
Okay.
The dog was trash. Nah, I'm just saying it because I heard somebody say. I don't know who said it. I think it was Ronan. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that.
The dog was
Finish
looking
game.
off though, but I was like, "Dang, where's the
that
next
was
gen at? Like, bro, like freak."
Yeah. I hope
Yeah.
they fix
The
that.
first game was
I hope they fix
amazing.
that.
Though. It looked. The
I
first
went
game
quite
was
God. I hope they
amazing.
fix
did.
that.
Yeah, they gotta fix that. This is gonna be like I want to say this first.
I don't have a problem with anybody liking what they
Well, what
see,
if
as long as you understand they're running an agenda. For sure.
It's clear.
Oh, yeah, we
Clearly,
understand that. Definitely understand.
it's going to be female focused to appeal with the current climate of all these female
Absolutely.
led stuff.
Will she have?
That's
I
all.
agree this
Heck no,
agenda
she's not
is
gonna have
that-
sex. She's gonna be beaten into. What I'm saying is like you could fix this by just making a male and a female character that you could select.
Also, that ballerina trailer is out too.
Sure, but I'm not mad at it. Are you mad at it,
You
Jody?
can play as a female character in the first one, even in the
I ain't mad at
multiplayer.
it.
Like I'm saying, like in a character select screen at the beginning of the game, like Pokemon, you could pick a boy or a girl. Why don't they just do that?
But then that's Assassin's
Too
Creed
much.
at that point.
Too much.
Yeah, that's Assassin's Creed. Yep.
Assassin's Creed should be doing that shit.
Why is that bad?
They just got delayed.
Oh, and Assassin's Creed got delayed to February.
Yeah, they just got
Yeah.
Oh,
delayed.
and
to
then you got
Too
delayed
much.
till February. Now that's
Valentine's
the agenda one you just.
So
but-
Yeah,
Oh, we already know
They got backlash. They got backlash.
So they're redoing the whole story.
What they redoing it? All right, so that's.
I mean, if
another
you're
thing.
thinking about old Japan at this time, you're not thinking about a woman. Period.
yeah,
So
no.
that's where I'm like, what's going on? Why?
Not
Why?
really, but
Well,
it
who
makes
is this game appealing to? It's not to men. It's to fans of the game, maybe. But it's like, why would you make fans of the game who are monstratively male, like disproportionately
Hey, Jody, guess
male?
what? Last of Us 2 all over again.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about The Last of Us. Was it season? No, it was the
you
game.
wildin'.
No,
The
Last of Us 2.
DLC was it DLC or the 1.5? Yeah,
No,
they
you-
make
you
you
play-
play
you
as
play-
the
you-
woman who's gonna
It's not gonna
destroy.
be. It's not gonna be as trash.
And this,
Who Joel?
it's the same
Who killed
company
Joel?
though. It's Sony. That's
That
what
was
they
terrible.
I'm
That
thinking-
was
No,
that is.
You have Naughty Dog. This is Sucker Punch. So purchase.
do. It's all Sony.
It's
Above all
Sony,
that,
though.
Sony
It's
owns all that
Sony.
shit.
Yeah, I was about to get on that, Jody.
It's a
Sony-
PlayStation
Sony trash,
exclusive,
my
so
nigga.
it's Sony.
Yes.
Oh
Hey,
my
hey.
god, we're not gonna talk about.
Hey,
the
so, hey,
console
no, my nigga. Hey,
here,
nobody
bro.
disagreeing with the agenda. All right, Sony trash, my nigga. What's up? Hey, I'm whack, my nigga. I just want to say that this game is gonna last at least
I mean,
a month or
it's
two, my nigga, and it's gonna be over. It's a good moment, nigga.
But Qui-Gon, like
I will say this: if they was gonna go this route, then they should have done a spin-off story with the I forgot her name, but y'all know who she is, the one that helped the main character in the first Ghost of Tsushima. I forgot her.
I don't remember her name like that though. I forgot her name, but she didn't have a story like besides getting my brother, and that was it. That was her whole
story completed in that game. Both their stories.
I mean, she was cool. Don't get me wrong, but she didn't have a story. She had depth to her.
But she
but what we're trying to focus on is
when you play that first game.
So is anybody? Are you guys understanding of the hate that this game is getting?
Yes,
I'm not.
Understand? Yes,
not hate. No, I
don't understand the hate.
Well, here's where the people are tired of being beaten over the head with this same.
But if they do it well, to where, because
yeah, it could still be a good game, but there's clearly they're trying to appeal to certain audiences now.
Like you can do an agenda like all if you want, but if you make the graphics, the story, and the gameplay, and not let the agenda override it, then it'll be fine. But if it does, then it's gonna fail. But just like look at Suicide Squad, the Justice League. That one was a fail. That one,
because it had a.
Like people were explaining that like the name Yotei may mean that she's the last survivor of a clan or something, and so like if they do the story right, then it makes sense what she's doing, how she's doing it.
Nah, she gonna be a lot of men, my nigga.
I mean, of course she is.
I mean, she's a Ronin, bro. That's her job.
It's not a good.
And with this what just reminded me of that new ballerina John Wick trailer.
Former Sony head responds to the complaining about Ghosts of Yotei's female protagonist. Quote, if you don't like it, don't buy it.
Type shit.
Yeah. Honestly. Like, historically, there were female Ronins that took place, that they fought in a lot of battles.
How many, though,
no, it was a few. If we're talking about 1600s, then it was a small tribe called like the Eco.
Yeah, but this woman is about to be everybody.
Not necessarily, because we don't know the story. We don't know the story.
I'm predicting the story. Everybody.
It's just gonna be another.
He's like the trash Sony, bro.
It's gonna be another edit of Blue Eye Samurai. That's all it's gonna be.
That's one way to get people to not buy your game, clowns.
Oh.
I also understand though,
like, the backlash.
Tired of being beat over the head with this. Like for example, another game that just came out right now is Space Marine 2. In that game, you have Henry Cavill online praising the hell out of this game because it's the masculine thing we've wanted for years. Feels like an old 360 game.
Oh, okay. So Jody, you know what other game had a female Ronin that just came out not too long ago? Rise of the Ronin, and people weren't shading on that game. That game's main protagonist is a female Ronin.
Here's my thing: Rise of the Ronin. I've never heard of in my life. Ghost of Tsushima was a big game that had a lot of buzz, and they gave the sequel to that game a female because of their agenda. That's what I'm saying.
Game of the year. It was in third place or second place for Game of the Year.
It's not the same. Like you know, like I don't mind gay characters and female. Make a new one though. A new IP. Don't take somebody already established and then switch their gender or switch their sexuality. That is a part of their agenda that they do.
Oh, I'm finally in here.
Yes, Bold, you're in. Yeah.
Right.
What you mean finally?
It's a standalone game, though. It's not a sequel.
That's what's happening, though, Jody.
It's just the whole. Me growing up playing video games. I guess I have a different way of looking at it because when I was a child, a wee lass, I didn't have a fucking choice. I had to play as a dude.
Right.
I didn't give a if it was a girl or a boy. And most times that I had to make a character or whatever, I just used what they had and I played the fucking game. I don't know why they cry so much.
You didn't care, but I do. It's hard for me to play as a female character because I don't believe it. I put myself in the character I'm playing as. So if I'm looking at a female, I'm not putting everything into it because I'm like, man, this ain't me.
That's why I did like that new Laura Croft game because she actually struggled fighting like men and stuff and had to use her surroundings to.
Flash plays as female characters. I never understood it, but I always
it would make sense.
Look at the Tomb Raider games back in the day versus the Tomb Raider games now.
Go ahead, Bolt.
It would make sense for Ghost of Tsushima to pivot this way after losing Game of the Year to The Last of Us Part 2, which was a female-driven game. So now they're like, well, what you gonna say now? Like, what is
The Last of Us Part 2 a great game?
Yes, it is.
No.
It's a great game.
As gameplay story, it's still good. But if you're a fan of Joel and all that, you might say it's trash.
If you're
Is it
heartbroken,
game of the year? Should it have won game of the year? No.
if you're too heartbroken about Joel, it's not a good
It
game for
is
you
a great game though.
emotionally. But when it
Okay.
comes to
As
the
playing it,
IP
it's a
of
great
the
So
game,
then
the AI is amazing.
Then no. Then I mean, you're taking.
Yeah, it's a
like
great game.
Indiana Jones and the sequel of Indiana Jones. No.
And the story's trash.
It's the most talked
The game wasn't about it. The game wasn't about
you
Joel.
said the story's trash?
Supposedly.
Yeah, I said, yeah.
The story's not
trash,
trash, but I understand people hate.
It's not.
Should it have been game of the year?
In my opinion.
Was it deserving of game of the year?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Over Ghosts of Tsushima,
What
personally, no.
it was going up against? Yes.
If you were playing the game
What was it going
for
up
what it
against?
was,
What
and
year was
mind you,
that?
I hate Abby.
Like 2018.
I don't like Abby.
2019.
Yeah, if you hated
won
Abby,
2019?
it did its job.
I hated Abby, but the gameplay as Abby was some of the best gameplay that I've ever
Yeah,
had.
it was a good story though.
What
I
are you
like
talking
that.
about?
I like
Graphics
It
and all
wasn't
of the shit that
2019.
was
What year
going
was it,
on?
guys? What year did this come out?
2020.
2018.
2020.
Was it
2020.
No way.
It
Wait,
was
hold
one
on,
of those
hold on.
games that had got pushed back,
It was
so it might have been
2018,
2020.
You said 2018.
It was going up against Ghost of Tsushima. It's better than Ghost of Tsushima?
Yes.
Yeah, Last of Us Part 2,
No.
2020.
What?
Yes, it is.
No.
Yeah.
Final
no,
Fantasy
Yes, it is.
VII
No,
remake?
Bro, I just looked it up. Last of Us Part 2 with Abby, that was 2020.
So wait,
Yes.
you guys
Yes.
are saying that The Last of Us Part 2 is better than the Final Fantasy VII remake and Ghost of Tsushima?
My
I don't
personal
think that's better
bias.
than that. I think
No.
Ghost of Tsushima was
That's-
Cap.
If you put your bias aside of Joel and play the fucking game and stop crying
Yes.
about it, you
Hold on,
will
hold on.
experience the
The
game
game-
with
about
some
Joel.
spirit.
The
Bro.
game
Cap.
is actually great if even the narrative of it, but I understand why people got upset because you spent so long growing and playing with this character that to
understand.
get
Fuck
taken
that
out
nigga
and then
Joel.
play with the character
Fuck
that him.
bro.
Yeah, I will be upset too.
You would
But
be upset.
in-
I was upset.
But in the creation, in the gameplay, and all that as a whole, that's a great game. Beating out all those, and I agree.
I agree.
Entertainment
My thing with
I
that
think it's
game-
cap.
Ghost of
I never
Tsushima,
played Last of
Ghost
Us
of-
Part 2, but I played Ghost of Tsushima, and that was immersive gameplay. If
Yes.
Ghost of,
Okay,
if,
okay,
if The
but-
Last of Us
Yes.
Part
But-
2 plays like The Last of Us Part 1, Ghost of Tsushima should be better.
It's
But-
better than that. It's better than
The
immersively. It's
gameplay
better than
is
the
better?
first game. Yes.
Ga-
You
gameplay
still
is
crawl on your
100%
knees and
better.
move slow with them dumb
But
buttons.
the issue is Ghost of
R1,
Tsushima gets
L3.
repetitive.
You trash.
Ghost of Tsushima gets
That's
repetitive.
what I was saying, Evo, with the repetitive shit. Hey, bro.
compared to a singular driven story of The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima is more open world.
So you guys are telling me
where
that has
you
a
could
better
get
story? It
sidetracked.
has a better story than Ghost
Yeah,
as
I
well.
think-
Yes,
No,
because
it
Ghost,
don't.
Wow.
Ghost of
No, I don't
Tsushima
think
is
that.
not a linear
I
game.
think it does.
That's the difference.
Okay.
It can
God
be.
of-
You can choose.
Like God
Okay.
of War is a linear game. Last of Us is a linear game. Ghost of Tsushima is more open world. You go on side quests here, there, and do
Yeah.
whatever. Same with Final Fantasy,
What's the
and I
story of
understand that.
Ghost of Tsushima?
It don't matter. So we talking about everybody
Yeah,
here sees
the
it as an
sequel.
agenda, though, right? We can see it as the
Yes.
agenda.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
then
It
that's
is.
How about
fine.
this thing though?
In a way, yes.
Then everybody,
But-
then they're not wrong for getting mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I understand why they would get mad at it.
Everything has a.
Could the game
Yes,
still be
the same-
good? Yes, the game can still be fired.
The
Just like
same
The
way
Last of Us
people
shit.
got mad at The Last of Us
Yeah.
too. Correct.
But here's the thing, though. First of all, the creators, the reason why they chose to go this route was basically for the sake of innovation. But I'm like, that's cool, but I believe you should have done this like after, like Jin. That's the main character of the first game. Like you
His
should have
story
gave him
ended,
one
though.
more.
His story, yeah.
You can
Yeah,
make him
his-
another story. You can
No.
make him another story. You can
I
literally make him another
I
story.
wouldn't
First
touch his
game.
story at all. He's done.
There is still more to the story. There's
No,
an
it's
idea.
not.
There's a
No, it's
good
not.
story for the
No,
sequel.
it's not.
There's a
No,
good
his
story for the
wraps
sequel.
up nice.
There's a good story for the
I
sequel.
feel
Both
like you mad
endings
'cause
were
she a woman,
perfect
my
for
nigga.
his story, and that's
Hey,
the
bro.
The
rare
way
both
the
endings
story,
were
the way the first game ended, it ended in a way that it could have been a sequel.
No.
Yes,
No,
it did.
not for
No.
Jin.
Yes,
Not
they set up the threat for the sequel.
What threat?
What
I let you play
threat?
the game, bro. I let you play the game.
Stevie
We played the
Stevenson
same
said,
Yes, it
game.
did. Because I played the game and I beat the game.
So did I.
What
Yes, and the
threat?
way I see it,
Perfect
there was a
ending.
good
There's no,
setup for the sequel.
you just
Where it
want
came,
to
it's
see
supposed to
threat?
change the
setup?
villain.
Hold on, Stevenson. What's the
What
setup?
threat?
What's the setup?
Yeah.
Want me
People
to
are
spoil it?
people
Okay.
are people are
The
challenging
Shogun.
you that you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Shogun and his forces.
Yep, I forgot.
They was all coming after him because he turned on basically his government.
Woo!
He was
Look at
basically
Stevenson go cooking you, nigga.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Ghost is basically named a vigilante.
And then
And
I'm
that went against the Rogan. That Shogun.
I'm about to cook you back. It's a gives you the option to choose your story of whether to get revenge or forgive.
Yeah, so regardless, the Shogun was still coming.
And regardless, the Shogun will come. Yes,
Exactly.
but
That would be
you
the
as
villain for part 2.
No,
Oh,
it
okay.
leaves you as the mysterious ghost of Tsushima getting that title. Roll credits.
Yeah, so regardless, all I said is that there's a good setup for the sequel, which is the Shogun. He would be the main enemy, him and his forces. Try to hunt down Jin.
Do you guys think that this second game will be as good as the first?
No.
No idea.
No.
But also keep in mind,
What's going on?
everybody.
Why?
It has the potential.
Yeah, y'all don't know that.
Hold on. This is my personal thing. I don't think it will, but it does have the potential. The same way I thought the God of War 2 was going to outdo God of War 1. I still got God of War 1 over God of War 2.
Ragnarok, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. The first one was better. I didn't like Ragnarok.
I got a hot take, Jody.
I didn't like that shit.
Well, hold on. Well, before that, everyone here that played it beat the first game. Did y'all want a sequel to the game? Yes or
No.
I wanted a sequel, but I didn't want to follow Jin anymore because I feel like they tied that in a nice bow.
No,
and I platinumed the
needed a
game.
sequel. That's the question.
And how did the lesbian end? Was she tied up in a bow?
No, she's still alive. She went about her
Ellie?
She went about her own way.
Not
you talking about Ellie?
The Abby chick, the buff chick.
Abby wasn't even gay. She had a love interest. She was in love with a man.
Yeah, but she looked like a
was
dude.
a straight woman.
Yeah.
She was just getting
that
built.
sex scene was weird.
She was just a she got fucked in that game. And she was
Well, how did the
right
butch
next to a
go?
dude in that game.
Was her?
How did part 2 go?
Was
you
her?
want to know how part 2 went?
No, it's open-ended for her to be in the third game.
Oh.
Yes.
Bro, Jody, here's the thing, bro. One of the reasons why part 2 is trash is because one of the reasons why that part 2 is trash is because once what happened to Joe happened, Ellie dedicated herself to go on an entire revenge path to get to Abby, and
that's good.
And she brutally killed everybody connected to Abby to get to Abby. But then once she got to Abby at the very end, and she could. She stopped.
Bro, that made me sick. Because she thought about the memory of Joel, and Joel wouldn't have want her to live her life.
Exactly. It's the same thing with what's his name? It's the same thing with Negan.
That's trash.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with Negan in Walking Dead.
I'm good.
Maggie teamed up with Negan, even though Negan Glenn.
Yeah, that's a weekend. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Ghost of Tsushima had better story. It had better characters. It had better.
Abby had every right to keep Joel.
Well, you said better.
Her daddy.
I ain't gonna lie. Abby is a good character.
No.
That's a good
yes, he did.
So I need to know why are they trying to get $750 from us for a PS5 Pro?
I don't know.
Without a disc drive.
Greed.
Money.
Like I understand greed. I get that. But who could afford that?
PlayStation.
I'm not going to sit here.
The PS5, the PS5 still exists, and they'll do everything that the PS5 can do everything that the Pro can and more because it has a disc drive.
Yes,
but you can pay $800 and buy the disc drive separately. I believe they said, and the stand.
Like
they don't even give you a stand. So for $700, no disc drive, no stand, but it's got beefier graphics or something. What? Bro, only Sony could bend you over that way, and y'all take that.
Take that.
Only Sony could bend y'all over that way, and y'all say, "Ooh, daddy, I like that, daddy." Sony's like, "I love the way you take that, daddy."
They ain't gonna say nothing. They ain't gonna say nothing.
I like the way you take this cock, daddy.
Man, that's the same
you
shit.
motherfuckers is slaves, bro. Sony got y'all in the. I already told y'all Sony with the $, bro. I told you how they get down. A $750 console. If you get the stand and the disc, you talking about $875. Miss me.
Hold up, you won't say the same thing for Xbox games.
I guarantee you, Xbox won't release a $700 console.
Nah.
Yeah, the only difference I hear is that you could keep the fidelity and frame rate. That's the only thing I heard.
Nah, we not going to $700.
That's crazy.
Nah.
What are we doing?
Real quick, back to the
y'all gonna buy it too. Y'all gonna buy that?
Yeah, niggas.
I'm gonna buy it.
Now we
I
ain't gonna
lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna buy it.
They gonna all buy
I'm not buying that crap. It was a struggle for me to get the OG PS5. It was a struggle for me to get the original PS5, and that I got
every
it.
PlayStation. I did it with every PlayStation.
Back in the day, I had every console, PlayStation, Xbox, GameCube, everything.
Take that, Sony D.
Oh, trick.
Yeah, I bought every updated version of the console. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's tough though. I mean, I really feel like. What do you? I don't feel like. I don't feel the. I don't smell it in the air. I don't feel the gain from getting the Pro. It doesn't feel like. What are you gonna do with it? You gotta buy digital games. Does it at least, bro? I mean, that gotta have like 3 terabytes of storage or something, bro.
I mean, for my current PS5, I brought SSD and installed it because the memory on that was trash.
Trash memory.
Oh my god.
825.
But
stick with physical.
Then
stick with physical. Do not buy.
And then, but I have I have a PS5 with the disc drive, but most of my games are downloaded anyway. The only time I buy a disc game is if it's like Final Fantasy, God of War, stuff like that. But anything else, I'm just downloading and playing.
I really don't feel like the PS5 Pro is gonna look that much different than the PS5.
No, it's not.
It's
not.
I mean,
I will let you know when I plug it up.
They only put a belt on my. It was only like a belt
75
put around that the Pro.
That's crazy, bro. Y'all getting
that shit whack.
The bend overage. Jada God said, "Stop it, Jody." Phil Spencer dropped 5 consoles with no games. That's a lie. Xbox probably gonna drop a version of a Pro. That's gonna be 3 Xbox consoles this gen. All of the consoles never went above $500. So shout out to Phil Spencer. And it does have games. So shout out to that lie. And
yeah, I give this. Xbox was always cheaper. I give them that.
Yeah, and Xbox is coming at you guys in a couple of years with a true next gen console that's gonna dog.
I'm curious of that handheld.
I'm
curious of that handheld.
Ooh, I can't wait.
I
told y'all, Team Xbox, bro. I told y'all, Team Xbox. I told y'all they gonna take your shit. Yeah. They don't care. They don't. Yeah. The reason why I left Sony, they don't value me as a customer. They treat me like a slave. I don't like feeling like I got took. And Evol, if you spend $800 on that motherfucker, you gonna feel like you got took. I doubt you gonna feel it, bro. I doubt you gonna feel like you got your.
You're part of it, bro.
Like I said, I'm part of it.
Yeah, you part of it now. I ain't put that up as a prop in your house, mother.
Because at this point, $800, you can get a PC.
Yeah.
Now you're at with PC money. Just get them.
Yeah, I got that too, though.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm talking about like those people out there. Like, I really don't see why you guys are going PS5 Pro. At that money, get a PC, bro, and get more.
Everybody got a PC.
See, with me,
everybody got a PC.
See,
everybody doesn't have a PC though.
It's me as personal.
I do know that. What do you mean I don't know that? Qui-Gon, you got a PC?
A PC.
A gaming PC. A high-end gaming PC.
You're not a real gamer.
PC is expensive, bro.
Black Ronin, you got one?
$1,000.
See, for me, it's the technology. It's more like my tech mind. It's my tech mind that overtakes everything.
PC?
Well, Trico thought everybody has a gaming PC.
That shit like 15
I don't know what are you on, bro. Nah, hell no.
Shout out to Arnold. Thank you, Arnold. Fuck. Arnold says, "What up, Jody? Look here, man. The Last of Us 2 story was trash.
Thank you.
I played it, and despite Joel getting killed like that, I gave the game a chance. In the end, gameplay and graphics are good, but story and characters are garbage. Stop the cap."